Hi, I'm Lisa Brown, Oakland County Clerk, Register of Deeds. There are a lot of checks and balances that go into ensuring our elections are accurate and secure. One of those checks is a public accuracy test. That's what we're doing here today. Now, why are we doing it? Well, first, the law requires it, but second, we're doing it at the county level because recently House Bill 5141 was signed into law. That bill allows clerks to collaborate in tabulating their absentee ballots. And I recently signed contracts with 16 of our cities and townships to have their absentee ballots counted at the county level. So this equipment will be counting those absentee ballots on election day. So to tell you more about the public accuracy test, I'm going to turn it over to our Director of Elections, Joe Rozelle.
Hi, I'm Joe Rozelle, Oakland County's Director of Election. As County Clerk Lisa Brown mentioned, we're going to talk about the public accuracy test. The county conducts a preliminary accuracy test before all absentee ballots are mailed. The preliminary accuracy test ensures that when you mark your ballot for a particular candidate or you vote on a particular ballot proposal, that the proper votes are recorded and reflected in the system. But for the purposes of full transparency, the county publishes and conducts a public accuracy test where members of the public can come in and observe the process to ensure that the voting equipment is functioning the way it should. The public accuracy test involves a number of things. The first of which is creating a chart of predetermined results. The chart of predetermined results lists every office and candidate and an expected outcome for the number of votes they would receive. Everyone receives a different number of votes to make sure that the equipment is working properly. Members of the election division then mark the ballots to reflect the predetermined outcome. These ballots are then fed through the voting equipment, results reports are generated, and the reports are compared against the grid to make sure that the voting equipment is functioning as it should. Let's take a look at the process up close. One of the first steps that we do is produce a zero results report. The zero results report ensures that no votes are in the system at the start of the test. As you can see here, the employee is in the process of printing the zero results report and validating that every contest, every candidate, every ballot proposal, and every ballot proposal response is a zero at the beginning of the test. The next step in the system is to take the ballots with the predetermined votes and scan them into the system. The system tests to make sure that overvotes are identified, that write-in votes are identified, that people who cross parties in the primary, that those ballots are identified to be reviewed later. Once all the ballots are scanned, a memory device storing those results are read into the tabulation equipment, and a results report is generated for that precinct. After the results reports are generated, employees go through the process of matching the results reports against the chart of predetermined results, making sure that each candidate's votes matches what's on the report against the chart of predetermined results. Once the process is completed, all of the materials are stored and sealed in a ballot container, and all of the voting equipment is secured and sealed until election morning, when we're ready to count those absentee votes.
As you can see, this is a detailed and transparent process to ensure that the absentee ballots are counted accurately. Thank you so much for being a part of the democratic process.